Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Rush Racing. Yes, it is Division 2, probably one of my favourite ones to commentate at the moment this season. Such competitive grid, and we've got a full grid with a lot of reserves as well, which is really good to see, and really good to see some of these guys really show their commitment and get involved in tonight's race at Mexico. I am your host and commentator, SJ. I'm joined by the man who has just won this race for McLaren, pending no penalties, which I don't think he got involved in any penalties. MCL, good evening.
Hello. How are we?
Good, mate. How are you after that drama at Mexico?
Pretty happy, pretty excited, and excited to see how the Div 2 boys get on tonight.
Yeah, this is your obviously second time in the comms box. So, what do you think we're going to see tonight? We've got a very, very interesting grid. We've got a few guys coming back, which is good to see, and also a few guys in new seats, which look like could be full-time seats going into silly season.
There's definitely some new faces I haven't seen on this grid yet, some reserves. I'm excited to see how it all ends up. We could get a new winner today.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing. And yeah, everyone jumping in saying, well raced, mate. Good, strong start to the finish. That's 2-2 for McLaren so far this weekend. So, got to be very, very happy with that.
Yes. Very, very happy, and I'm sure the team is as well.
Good man. That's the way to be. Right, let's go straight over to the paddock and find out what is going on. So here we go. This is your grid for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Oblivion in the Ferrari. We've got It's Dido, the TP in the Williams. Spry reserving for Ferrari. We've then got Broadstar F1 reserving. This could be a full-time seat, I would say, after silly season. We'll have to wait and see what happens. And then we've got Limitless Draco in the Red Bull. Watanabe in the Aston TP. Sprinter Giggles in the Visa Cash App. Wigan Moist in the McLaren. Royderboy is back in the Haas. It's been a while since we've had him on the grid, but he is back. Good to see. Joyful in the Alpine. Is this rumoured that he will be taking this seat? We'll have to wait and see on silly season, which is not that far away. We've got Two-Door reserving up. It just seems to me that Kit cannot get someone in that seat at the moment, so they are relying on their drivers lower divisions, which is a good one because Two-Door has brought in some really good points for Kick. So we wish him all the best tonight. He's reserving up. We've got Lockie in the McLaren. We've then got Squash Josh in the Red Bull. Ricardo in the Aston Martin. Burrito Man, a brand new driver. Welcome to Rush. Did the reserve program last week. Has his opportunities tonight for a full league race in the Williams. No Quasi Reed this week. So, yeah, unfortunate to see there. But we'll have to wait and see there. We've got Ruby's Concubine, which is obviously Tonic in the Alpine. We've then got Sebi reserving up tonight as well. So, a little bit of drama going on there in the old Racing Bulls. We then got Shifty Wizard in the Mercedes, Zenitsu reserving for Haas. And then we've got Grizz, the host tonight, and also welcome him back in the Kick. Very, very stacked grid tonight.
Yes, indeed. We've got a full grid, but there are quite a few reserves, so there's a lot of opportunities for some possible chaos.
Yeah. No, it is. It's going to be very exciting to see what's going to happen here. Obviously, we saw earlier on Mexico, Division 1, rain. And at the moment, nice sun skies there, which is good to see. And we'll have to wait and see what the strategy is going to be as well. What do you think the time's going to be here? What do you think these guys are going to be setting in regarding times?
I think pole time will be close to maybe a 14... 5, maybe a 14.4.
Okay.
I mean,
nicely done. Well, there you go. 15.8 is the time we're setting, but there you go. Straight to a 14.8 by Grizz.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. We've got the two Racing Bulls as well in the P4 and P5.
Yeah. Be able to do some good things in the race if they qualify near each other.
Yes. We'll have to wait and see how this is going to go. As Wicked Moisters are 1:14.747. These times are really coming in, and they're very competitive as well. Two McLarens, a 15.1 and a 14.7. We haven't seen it yet in quali. I know it's only short quali, but do you think we're going to be seeing a toe by any of these guys? Because that long straight does give a little bit more couple of tints on their times. Do you think we'll be seeing the toe in Division 2?
I reckon we might. I feel like the boys in Div 2 are a little more coordinated to be able to do things like that, but it's definitely a big help if you just wait for your teammate to come up behind you and give him a massive toe down the front straight.
Definitely. Just checking in to see if we've got any bans. No, we've got any quali bans. No, there's no quali bans at the moment, so that's all good to see. Good. We're all set. We can continue. No bans. It's been quite good on license points at the moment with some of these guys. Not winning many license points or quali bans. Good to see. We've still got Spry, Royderboy, Burrito, and Ruby's Concubine to still set times there. Commentate a wild statement. There you go. Ooh, a bit of a from me or from F7 there, Pogo Mogo. Let us know in the chat. I'll let you take this one away in a bit when we get on board with Burrito Man. I'll let you take away for a flying lap, but we've still got Spry, Royderboy, and Burrito, and Ruby's Concubine still to set times. 1:14.747 is the time to be at the moment. We've got Grizz there, 1:14.868. Get me in the Division 2 kit car. Well, Boltzaroo, mate, get yourself involved and sign up, mate, and get back involved. Be great to see you back in and see what you're up to, because we've seen you in with last season. Great partnership. Be very interesting to see what you can do at the moment, because, yeah, there is that spare seat. So, and I think opportunities to prevail. We've got Burrito Man coming into Sector 3 at the moment, but there we go. 1:14.747 is the time to beat. Grizz in P2 and Lockie in P3. Double McLaren in P1, P3. It looks like it could be a Mexico weekend, but you could call it a McLaren weekend at the moment at Mexico, because it looks like they're on fire. But over to you, F7, for a flying lap on Burrito Man. Take it away.
As he rounds the final corner, gets on the power, a little bit squiggly, but he gets on the overtake. Make sure to engage the DRS. You want to run your ERS down to about 60 or 50%, depending on how much you want to use. And come into the first turn, get the braking, get it stopped. Nice entry. Gets it back through the chicane. Get on the power nice and smooth. No sliding. Didn't invalidate it, so that's good. You want to burn the ERS up until you brake here. He gets it stopped, but he runs a bit wide. That might jeopardize his lap there, but gets on the power nice and cleanly. The Alpine in front of him might give him some dirty air coming into the S's, but it looks like he's just far enough ahead. Get it turned in, get a bit over the grass. Oh, a bit squiggly over the curb there. And doesn't invalidate it through the S's. The Alpine gets out of the way. He's burning the ERS down into the final stadium section. Gets it stopped. Doesn't invalidate it. Oh, has a bit of a slide. Gets it nice and clean with the hairpin. Just needs to make sure not to mess it up in the final corner here. Get on the power, get on the ERS. He comes across the line for a minute 15.9.
There we go. So we can see if we can see an improvement. It is his first league race of the night, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. But we've still got Royderboy and Ruby's Concubine still to set times. I will take us away with Royderboy on a flying lap very, very soon, as he's coming around into the stadium section. No change at the moment. Still P1 and P3 for the McLaren boys. At the moment, Wicked Boys and Lockie, 1:14.7 and a 1:15.1. Separated in the middle there with Grizz with a 1:14.8. Going on board with Royderboy, going down the main straight in the Haas. Here we go. He has not raced for a while. What can he do tonight at the Mexico Grand Prix for Division 2? Here we go, all the way down the main straight, using as much DRS as possible as he can, and also ERS and DRS at the same time. Getting on to about 57%, getting onto the couple of curbs there, really getting a little bit uneven there, but we'll have to wait and see how he goes into the second part of the track now with the DRS zone, coming into the slowest part of the Mexico track into these lovely little tight hairpins here, going very, very tight as much as you can. Very easy to invalidate. You want to get as much traction and as much grip as you can. Now coming up to the hardest part. This is where all you can do is do as best as you can and then invalidate very, very quickly, going into the S's very, very smooth, nicely, using the curbs as much as he can, keeping within the track limits. Very well done so far. He's got his teammate in P10 at the moment. Roy Boy coming through the lovely stadium section. If you were Checo Perez, you'd give them a wave, as they absolutely love him here. Here we go, coming into the stadium section very nicely. Could have burned probably a little bit more on the ERS there, so it'll be interesting to see. Has a little bit of a tank slapper there, and that may have cost him, but he goes up to P9, separated by Squash Josh with a 1:15.258. Mistake there, MCL, which has probably cost him a couple of tenths.
Yeah, that final corner, it's definitely a corner you don't want to mess up, like Roy the Boy did there, but it looked like a consistent and good lap for the entirety of that lap. And while we were on board with him, Ruby's Concubine set a 14.7 to put it on provisional pole. So it's getting spicy at the top.
Yeah, it is. It's getting very, very spicy. You've got the Alpines in P1 and P6, and the McLarens P2 and P5, and the two Hasses in P9 and P10. So nice little team battle going on there. And yeah, Kai really putting in the time there, and also putting in the work, I've got to say. Obviously, fellow Alpine teammate, no bias here. He has put the time in. Alpine have really put the work in on this track, like you would not want to believe. I'm not saying no one else has. I'm just saying that they have. You know, that I can definitely say for that. Stop racing. I don't want to race, especially on Sunday. I will be dead. Well, that's such a shame, Bolts. But we can't change the day, mate, unfortunately. But if you can make it, then awesome. But I need to see your evaluations as well, because you could be slower than Division 2. You never know. Could go back to Division 3. We'll have to wait and see, which is on a Wednesday. So, yeah, let us know, mate. Get involved and set those times. Little Biz Badger, thank you very much. This looks like it's going to be good. Thank you very much. Sonic Superstars, thank you very much. Got some new guys coming in. Really appreciate it. At the moment, Ruby Concubine is 1:14.700, Wicked Moist with a 1:14.747, and Oblivion with a 1:14.836. So now the Ferrari separates the kick and the other McLaren of Lockie at the moment, as Grizz goes with a 1:14.625, a tenth and 25 seconds quicker than Ruby's Concubine. This is getting very, very spicy at the top there. All top four, all in the 14s, and I don't think it's going to be long before we're going to see Lockie into the 14s as well, F7.
Yes. It looks like they're getting close to what I've said I think pole position time will be, so interesting to see if they beat it or if they all kind of get around the 14.5.
Yep. There we go. Well, we'll have to wait and see with Dida. Oh, he makes a bit of a mistake coming through into the stadium section, really pushing the car. Had a great, great race in Singapore, and really, really doing very well. Obviously, no Quasi tonight. Barreto Man actually at the bottom at the moment, his teammate, and Greedo not happy with that. Nearly going into the wall as well, so a little bit of frustration there. But he's into P7, and I know that he will be able to improve that. He will want to be pushing them into the 14s. I reckon these guys are so close to the 14s. That is just it. You look at Joyful, he's on the cusp. You've got Lockie that's on the cusp. Joyful is on the cusp. Burrito Man up to 1:15.1. So he has got the speed, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone from P20 to P6. Oh, wow, in his second lap. So he has got the speed there. Can he put it into the 14s? There we go. Williams down P6 and P8. McLaren P3 and P5. And Alpine in P2 and P7. This is some great teamwork here from these guys. But I still haven't seen a toe yet. F7.
No. That will definitely be the deciding factor. If you can get the toe into turn 1 and then keep it clean for the whole lap, that'll be at least a couple of tenths gained. And that's a lot at the top, because it's barely any separation at the top of the grid right now.
It is.
So that would be crucial for the pole time.
It is definitely, and I'm just on board here with Joyful. It looks like we could be into a 14.9 or 14.8 coming around the final corner. He's got a lot more ERS than he probably should have. He goes into a 15.003, just misses out in the 14s, and that could be it. We saw this with Steg. He went a little bit too late, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get back in time, so that looks like it could be P5 for Joyful, unless anyone can beat that. But there you go, and a lot of these guys are still in the pits. Has he left it a little bit too late? That's the question, F7. We saw this with Steg in Division 1 that just couldn't get out again and did set a very good time, but then it got absolutely bombarded with loads of other times as the track did start to warm up.
Yes. If he has fueled for 2 laps, then he could possibly just try and go around and set another time, but I do not think he'll be able to make it back out in time.
No, doesn't look like
So that may have been a deciding factor.
Does not look like it at all. Right, there we go. Let's just give it a little bit of an insight. I know that Rekus does this quite a lot. He does the old leader. And there you go. There the differences. It's 1.1 between Sebi and Grizz. But Sebi is a Division 3 driver, so he is reserving up tonight. But look at that. 9.5 temps between Limitless and the leader. That is impressive, to say the least. And only 5 temps between P10 and P1. This grid, I love this grid. It's so competitive, which is great to see. And I think we're going to have a fantastic race on our hands. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in qualifying. And we've got Grizz still sitting in the pits, minding his own business at the moment. And is this short quali or full? No, short quali, mate. Full is tomorrow night with Division 5, if I'm right. But we've got Ruby's Concubine on the nap lap as well. And a lot of these guys leaving it quite late, F7, to get out and set a time. We've got Dido setting a time at the moment. How's he looking for his time currently? Oh, no, he's not. He's just about to start. No, he's not. He's on none. Okay. So he's obviously going to go again. He's obviously going to do a fly and then go again. Yeah, how do you feel about some of these guys leaving it quite late for some of these laps?
I definitely think that they'll be able to make it, as if they don't just hang around and go slow, you could probably go out very, very late for this track. But if you want to maybe conserve the tyres and just try and keep it clean, then they might have left it too late. But it looks like everyone might be able to make it.
Yep, I think we could see a toe here from Kick. As Greg is in that P1 position, we are going to jump on board with him for an on-board. Do you want to take it, or do you want me to take it? You make the decision. I'll let you take the beginning of the race if you want.
You take the lap, I'll take the beginning.
Okay, all good. Alright, well, we've got two about to warm those tyres up. Grizz is about to start, so I think we're going to see a toe here from Kick Sauber. Is it going to work, though? He just seems a little bit too far away, but here we go. Grizz, last chance. Can he keep the pole position? He's done at 1:14.625 at the moment. He is... I don't know if he's going to be able to do it here. It doesn't look like this is going to work for Kick Sauber. They've got this all wrong. Doesn't look like we're going to see no toe at all because he's too far down the road. So let's see what Grizz is going to be in that Sector 1. We've got yellows flashing in Sector 3, so someone's either going slow or getting out the way. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. Keep an eye on these. He's up on his time, not by much though. 10,000ths of a second for the time being, which will take him to 1:14.615 at the moment. Can anyone else beat that? Going into Sector 2 now, coming in to the S's. Very nice lines, very, very smooth. Oh, a little bit of adjustment there onto the curb. He's going in Gear 5. I don't know if he's pulled out. No, he's continuing. He's now going into Gear 7. He just looked a little bit slow for the S's. Let's have a look. Yep, he's miles down on his time. He's actually pulled out on his time there. So Grizz is not going to get any better on his time there, unfortunately. We will finish up the lap with him, but look behind him, because you've got the McLarens are so close, and Grizz is about to finish the line. Let's have a look where Wicked is. Wicked is coming around the corner at the moment in that P3. I don't know if he's up this time. No, he's not. He's invalidated. Someone's gone round. What's going on there? The Haas is reversing on the track. What is going on there from the Haas? We'll have to look and see what's going on there. But yeah, there's I don't. What was that?
Ooh.
Absolute drama here in scenes. Grizz still stays P1. I'm trying to keep up where everyone is. We've got Joyful in that P6 position. He stays P6. We've got Squash Josh there in P16. Does he improve? Yes, he does. Up to 4th. Fantastic.
P4.
What a qualifying there. What happened there with the Haas? Did I see a Haas reverse into the pits?
Yes, I think he might have spun it in the final corner. It just reversed into the pits.
That
But
will be looked at big time by the onboards.
And Oblivion gets a 5th place grid penalty. That's big. What happened there?
Okay, I'm just looking on the onboard if they're coming in at the moment. I know Keeper is our new onboard for tonight. But here we go. We've got Grizz taking P1, Ruby's Concubine taking P2, and Wicked Moise taking P3. Oblivion with that 5-second place penalty at the moment. And there you go. Everyone in the 15s, apart from the top 6, I think it was, in the end. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We've got 42 people tuning in tonight. Thank you very much. Hope you are getting ready for a fantastic night of racing at Mexico. Just waiting to see if we are going to get a message from the onboards. Just going to see if that was noted. I'm sure it was, but if not, will obviously be reported after the race because that could have jeopardised a few people's qualifying. F7, what a qualifying that was that we've just seen. And we're about to see some... Oh, yeah, noted it above. There we go. It was noted. There we go. So it has been noted. Thank you very much, Keeper. Appreciate it. Put the lap or the qualifying or lap numbers. Just make it easier for you when you go back into the stream. F7, mate, I'll let you take it away. This looks like it's going to be a fantastic race tonight. Looking forward to it.
And while we were on board with Grizz on his lap, I was looking at some of the lower drivers, and Squash Josh, who put it P4, got a big tow from his teammates. As we crucial qualifying.
That's what it takes, mate. That is all it takes.
And apparently, my pole time in Div 4 was good enough for 8th place in this qualifying. So that's interesting to see what Div 3 times will be then. And with Grid, the 5 lights show up, and we're away. The race has started. Grizz gets a good getaway here, but it looks like Ruby is able to keep it close. Are we going to go 3 wide? We're 3 wide. Wicked gets to the outside there. Looks like, I think it's chaotic. Will we see any collisions? Wiggins into the lead. There's some collisions at the back. There's contact. There's a Aston Martin and a Ferrari off in the background. I think that's Watanabe and Spry. As we come into turn 4, and Wiggett is in the lead. Grizz takes P2. Oh, and there's some carnage at the back. There's some collisions. Everyone's... Oh! That Williams getting close to the Haas there. There's a lot of chaos back here.
Yeah, no, definitely. We can see there was a Williams completely losing it coming into turn 1 there, and could have easily taken out half the grid. But so far, 20 drivers through. We've got Wicked in P1, Grizz, then Ruby's Concubine, then Squash Josh, then Lockie, then Joyful, then Shifty and Ricardo have had a nice little battle there. Oh, Shifty's gone way off track. Ricardo's gone way off track. Don't know if there's been a bit of contact there. Oh, Ricardo hits the back of Shifty. Bit of drama going on. You're going to take it very, very slow at the moment. And I'm just seeing if there's any damage to the Aston or the Mercedes. We then got Broadstar in that P9. So separated right in the middle there are the Aston and the 2 Mercedes. Then we've got Oblivion P10. Sprinter Giggles, Burrito Man after that mistake. Earlier on in lap 1 with Royder Boy in P13, then Zenitsu, then Dido, Limitless, Sebi, Tudor, Spry, and Wonton at the moment. A lot of drama on this first lap, and yeah, a great start there for the McLaren of Wicked Moise. It looks like Mexico could be McLaren's night. Or week, because they are absolutely phenomenal here. They just seem to have the setup which just matches to a T there. We've got a nice little battle going on here between Burrito and Sprinter, who's just now up into P11. He's going to have to pull his way in again after that incident earlier on, which I don't know if is going to be looked at by the stewards. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. It has been noted lap 1, so we'll have to wait and see what happens after the race. But so far, so good. Wicked Moist in P1, Grizz in P2, and Ruby Concubine in P3. Back to you, F7.
And amidst all of that chaos on lap 1, Roy the Boy gets a 3-second penalty. That's early race to get a penalty. But it looks like up the front 3 are just running away from Squash Josh here. Their gap is already above 1 second.
Great start. Already great start there for the McLaren driver of Wicked Moist. But we know the DRS is very strong here, and the main thing is just to stay with them. As we see in Sprinter Giggles and Roy the Boy have a nice little battle going on there. That's all good, Flog and Panna, no worries, mate. We do that. We do awards at the end of the season, which the TPs get to choose. Which we'll do again. Oblivion getting a 3-second time penalty. Question I'm going to ask you here, F7. A lot of penalties that we've seen here over the week of Div 1 and Div 4. Are we going to see the same tonight with pens here at Mexico?
I'm not too sure. I feel like Div 4, I think we were able to not get as many pens, but I mean, as we saw, I'm pretty sure Roy the Boy's penalty was because of the chaos on lap 1. So if everyone keeps it clean, then I feel like those could be the only penalties we could possibly get tonight, as, yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, as we've got 2 at the moment, and if you want to see who they are, Oblivion with 3 and Roy the Boy with 3 as well. So we'll jump back onto some tyres. Everyone going for the mediums, Sebi going for those hards as well. So an interesting strap there for the Racing Bulls. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. No moves at the moment. Grizz staying close to Wicked, but not making a move. So you've got to be really careful here, because I know that tyre wear is absolutely crucial here. As we saw a lot of the guys decide to do a 1-stop, and then some of them decide to do a 2-stop. What do you think we're going to see from the top 5? Do you think we're going to see a 2-stop or a 1-stop?
I definitely think the 1-stop. I mean, 2-stop is faster, but we could see some 1-stops. Clean air is everything, so if Grizz wants to go for the 1-stop, he wants to get past Wicked right now, but I definitely think that the 2-stop is faster. The tyre deficit is just too bad late stint.
Definitely. And so far we have a snake of a DRS train, which is can be boring, but can also be very, very exciting, because we're just waiting for someone to make a mistake and give the opportunity. There is Lockie getting very, very close to the back of Squash Josh, and Squash Josh actually has dropped. He's lost 1.6 seconds to Ruby's Concubine there. So there's the DRS train. That's where it stops, between P3 and P1, and Squash Josh all the way down. Everyone is in a DRS train. So Squash Josh is bringing all the rest of the pack with him. He's in a good position though, P4 at the moment. His teammate down there in P16, and there we go, Grizz taking the lead of the race on lap 5 out of 36. There you go, there we have it. So we're going to probably see them switch around quite a lot. Wicked Moist getting I think him and Lockie getting involved in a few incidents last week in Singapore that didn't help their race. But this week they're out in front, and they look like they're in prime time at the moment. P5 and P2. And obviously from a McLaren driver being in the comms as well, you've got to be happy with the performance so far, and the positioning of where Wicked and Lockie are.
Yeah, I'm very happy that we've performed well so far this weekend. It looks like our Div 2 drivers are also performing very well. P2 and P5, that's very, very good.
Oh,
and
someone's gone off! There we go, Broadstar, he's lost it! He's gone off. He's hit the curb and he's lost it. Then Limitless Draco has gone very close to the rear of them, and I think he's hit the back of them. Bit of drama going on here on lap 5 out of 36. Broadstar has completely lost it and gone off track. And then Limitless has gone straight into the back of him. Has he lost that front plate? We'll have to wait and see there. Sorry, F7. It was all slow all of a sudden, and then boom. An incident, and yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens, but there is damage. He does have damage to the front wing, so we're going to go back up to the front again, because that just definitely changes things up, and Broadstar has completely lost it there, and he's dropped himself down into P14. He came way. Oh, that could have been curtains. That could have been a DNF. Could have been game over. People have really got to be careful. This track, and especially the S's, takes drivers very quickly. F7.
Yes. That the S's is definitely a dangerous spot, and if you make a mistake, then I've done it a few times in practice races with AI. If you do it too close to the guy behind you, you could both be out of the race. So it's definitely somewhere you don't want to have a slide or a spin close to anyone.
Definitely is. I'm watching all these guys come through the S's, and that's a bit scary watching these guys come through the S's, but so far so good. What a race we've got on our hands for Division 2. I was going to say Division 6. That's Tuesday night. Keep ahead of yourself, SJ. 30 laps to go of this race. Oh, there you go. Spry Knuckles really fighting the car coming out the corners there, and Grizz into the pits on lap 6. Is that damage to that Kick Sauber car, F7?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think his car looks fine. He might just be going for an early pit stop for the 2-stop.
That is. He's gone for an early stop there onto the hard. So lap 7, interesting strat there from Kick Sauber. Drops him down into P17. Maybe quite clever though, because he's put himself into obviously clean air. He's got no traffic in front of him for a period of time at the moment. No, 9 seconds from Sebi. So not a bad strat. We'll have to wait and see what happens at the front. Wicked Moist taking the lead. Then Ruby's Concubine. Then Squash Josh in that P3 spot. And Squash Josh 1.3 seconds behind Ruby's Concubine at the moment. Needs to try and stay with them, because otherwise he's going to lose it and he's not going to be able to pick it back up. So unless he's just playing with it, unless he's just trying to stay within that 1.5, 1.7 second mark, we'll have to wait and see, because these guys up front really quick. They are really pushing in as Ruby Concubine staying with Wicked Moist and looking likely to probably make the overtake, as we're just going to jump on board with Wicked Moist. And Wicked Moist coming in. Oh, he hits the corner there. That may be all right. I don't know. We'll look at that. We'll have to wait and see. But Ruby Concubine taking the lead, lap 7. Going on to lap 8 at the moment. Lockie in and doing the same sort of strat as Grizz. Question is, though, will Lockie come out? Lockie's continue. So Wicked Moist is pitting. My apologies. Will he come out in front of Grizz? That's the question. As Grizz is there in P11, P10. No, he doesn't. He's going to come right out behind. So not much between Wicked and Grizz, as Burrito does do the fastest lap. So all 7 drivers, top 7, and Sebi, all continuing on those tyres.
Yeah. It looks like Wicked just wanted to maybe get in as soon as possible and cover off the undercut from Grizz, but it looks like it was successful, as the gap is almost 2 seconds. So that could be big, but that could be he could catch up right away. So
yep, definitely. Yeah. As Broadstar gets into 3 seconds, we just saw Spry get a 3-second time penalty. We were now seeing Broadstar get a 3-second time penalty as well down there in P18 on those hards. Ricardo in P4 putting the pressure on Shifty Whizzer. He comes into the pits as well. Shifty continues. Lockie then comes in now. Will Lockie get ahead of Grizz or his teammate, as Grizz coming through the stadium section now? We've got Lockie on board in P6 at the moment. Sprinter Giggles getting a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Grizz. There is Lockie down the main straight. Grizz looks like he's going to get the job done easily. What about Wicked? Wicked comes out. There's Lockie. Lockie's going to lose out a few spots there. So at the moment, strategy is all over the place at the moment. These guys going a little bit longer. Someone going earlier. Grizz has decided to go earlier. He's 2 laps though on those hards, but he's in P4 with a 2.5 second gap behind Sebi, who's on those 8-lap hards.
It looks like a lot of the drivers are going for the 2-stop and maybe hoping for maybe a safety car and possibly extending to a 1-stop, but I feel definitely everyone is going for a 2-stop.
Yep, as we're seeing Spry. Ooh, everyone having to get out of the way there. Tudor having to get out of the way of Spry. That could have been curtains there for the back four, as we got Wonton involved in that as well. Spry all on brand new hards. We're going to go back up to the front. Ruby Concubine going again. 9 laps on the mediums. 5.5 seconds in front of Shifty Wizard. What a race Kaio Tonic is having in that Alpine at the moment. 5.5 seconds. He's probably going to be even further. But Grizz is on the hunt. He's in P2. He's on the hards. And he's 14 seconds behind Kaio. So currently, Kaio, the only car on those mediums at the moment with 26 laps remaining. F7.
Yeah. Kaio, he might be trying to extend for the one stop. He might prove me wrong and prove that the one stop is faster. But it's 14 seconds back to Grizz, so this could be a mistake, or it could maybe get him the race win. So we'll see what he chooses to do.
Yeah, we're seeing a nice little battle going on here between the Ferrari and Squash Josh, as Oblivion is really trying to get the move done on Squash Josh. Does have that penalty. You can see him very, very close into the slow part of the track in Sector 2 there. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. Oblivion going to get the move on Squash Josh. 3 laps to Squash Josh's 2, so he's on fresh tyres there. Squash Josh low on the ERS, a little bit, 53% coming through the stadium section. Oblivion staying with him. 2.2 second gap between him and Joyful. Joyful in that 3-second battle, but he's got Lockie for comfort right behind on 1 lap fresher tyres, as Oblivion does look to make the move, or doesn't. We'll have to wait and see. We're seeing moves going on up the front there as Wicked Moist gets past Sebi. Tudor getting the 3-second down there in P19. And Oblivion going for the move. Oh, he's leaving it late. Leaving it very late. Squash Josh goes around the corner. Oh, Oblivion tries to go for the switch, doesn't get it. And Squash Josh stays in that position. Joyful and Lockie going at it as well, side by side. As Lockie doesn't get the position and Joyful stays in that.
And
Squash
Oblivion.
Josh. Sorry, back to you.
Oblivion's around the outside. He gets the inside line for the next corner. He gets the move done. That was quite an aggressive move to send it around the outside into that tight section there. But it was quite the move.
Yep. And Sebi doing as much as he can at the moment on those hards. Remember, he is a Division 3 driver, so he is reserving up tonight. So props to him. Oh, he's lost it! Oh, they've had to move out of the way. Absolute carnage and drama here. That was well caught. I caught that live on stream, ladies and gentlemen. That was a brown moment there for Squash Josh and Oblivion. Wow! That could have been curtains for both of them, F7. He completely lost it in front of them. Very well to avoid. Obviously, those hards look like they may have gone. Or he's got serious damage to obviously the rear wing. All those tyres have gone. He's got to come in. Otherwise, he's going to end up DNFing. But no, good stint. But that could have been curtains for the Ferrari and the Red Bull driver there.
They were very lucky to avoid that, because that could have been wraps for both of them there. It was quite from send it.
May I lost you? Are you there? Yeah, Mike's just cutting out a bit. We'll jump back onto you in a second. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yep.
Is it fixed now?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
You're good.
I think his tyres being worn, and I think he just got it up on the curb and it just spat him out and caused the rears to slip out. So, but definitely good for everyone to avoid him there.
Yeah, Sprinter Giggles getting a 3-second time penalty there. I'll tell you, I love when we catch near crashes or near misses, because that will definitely be one to look out for on the TikTok if Sebi wants to send that in, because that would have been a moment for Josh. And if these guys do end up on the podium, it'll be very interesting to hear what they've got to say, because that was extremely close. And that would have been curtains for Squash Josh and Oblivion. But no, they're continuing. Gap to leader, mate, no problem. 7.4 seconds between Grizz and Ruby's Concubine. There, they got 8 seconds between Wicked and the leader, and Oblivion 12 seconds. So at the moment, Ruby's Concubine, known as Kaio Tonic, doing a fantastic job on those mediums. 12 laps. He is really going for a good stint here. Question is, can he Can he do it? Or is this going to hurt him on the later stages of this race? Because he's going to fall back quite some time. He's probably looking at probably P16. I think it's a 25. I think it's a 25 pit stop here. So he's looking at P16, but he's going to be on very fresh tyres. Is that going to help him or not?
Having the new tyres will definitely help him, but I'm just interested to see how long he goes on this stint and how long he pushes the mediums as he's coming into the pits as we are talking about it. Oh, that looks close to speeding. But he's
bit of drama here. Will Williams of Burrito Man and Dido going at it. Shifty Wizard, I think he's got through, but there was yellows there. So unless someone was making a bit of a mistake though, but the Williams have got Zenitsu for comfort right behind, and Zenitsu looks ready to make the move. Look at that. Low on the ERS though, so is Burrito Man. He's trying to stay with him, helping his teammate as well at the same time, even though they are on low on the ERS. Well done for Burrito, keeping that position and holding that position at the moment, because that was some good defending. He's probably burnt a lot of his ERS though to try and stay with his teammate, but he's under extreme pressure from Zenitsu at the moment, and he needs to be careful he doesn't go into the back of his teammate. But no, not a bad drive at the moment from the two Williams. Sorry, F7, back to you on that 14 out of 36.
And Kaya has made the call. He's come into the pits and he's come out in P15. So he's in a lot of traffic, and this could definitely hurt his final stint here if he's going for the one stop, as the tyre wear with the dirty air will be tremendously high compared to what it would be in open air. So interested to see what he does, and if he just tries to get past his pack as fast as possible.
We've just seen Boy get a penalty, and Burrito Man as well, dropping into the 3-second pens at the moment. So you can see these pens are spreading out quite a lot now. Kyotonic all the way down in P15, so I wasn't that far off. I was one spot wrong. I said around about P16, and he's come into P15, and he is on very fresh hires, ready to pounce and get the move done on Sprinter Giggles. Moving over to the left-hand side, should get this move done very, very well there, and he does get the move done on those fresher tyres. Got better grip than Sprinter Giggles. The question is, though, is he going to be able to get through this pack? This is a lot of traffic for this Alpine driver to get through now. F7.
Yes. It'll be crucial for his tyres to get past these guys as fast as possible, as he has definitely got more speed and definitely has better tyres than everyone around him now. So he's just going to be in overtake mode, trying to get as many overtakes as possible.
Yeah, definitely, and he's in the dirty air behind Broadstar as well, which is not going to hurt him. He needs to be very careful. It's so easy to go, but I reckon he's going to engage a move now and go for a move. Yes, he does. Very well done. Good driving from the Alpine driver at the moment, moving through the pack very, very quick, very nicely. We've got yellows. Someone's gone off in the Red Bull, and that's Limitless. Limitless has gone off. He's lost it through the S's. So there's another driver. That's two drivers it's taken so far. No DNS though, F7 at the moment. That 15 out of 36, still 20 cars on the track. Good going for Division 2.
Yeah. No one's retired in the pits either, so everyone seems to be having a good race and not making any big mistakes and causing their race to be over.
Well, we're going to see three going wide here. We now got two wide. We got Joyful, then we got Squash Josh and Boy getting involved. One time getting a 3-second. Oh, there we go. Limitless has lost it, and he's actually done and caused it into the pits. Very unfortunate for the Red Bull driver. Red Bull not having the best of luck with DNFs at the moment. They're going side by side. You can see Lockie now getting involved with Shifty Wizard, getting the move done. Joyful losing out to a few spots there, getting involved in all this traffic through the S's. And look at how many cars are coming through the S's now. You've got to be very careful of dirty air, because you can easily lose it. We saw Sebi lose it earlier on, and we saw Limitless lose it, and he has just retired due to probably wing damage hitting the wall there. Very unfortunate. One Red Bull out, one Red Bull in P4. Squash Josh having a great drive so far in that P4 spot, but he is 3 seconds behind Oblivion, just out of penalty reach, which is a bit of a shame. So at the moment, Oblivion's staying in that P3 spot, but he is on older tyres on 10 laps, and it looks like we will be seeing these guys pit again. But this battle between P12, P11, P10, P9, P8, P7, P6, P5
Oh,
is all going on.
3 wide into turn 1.
Oh no!
Oh!
Shifty Wizard has been connected there. A little bit of drama, and he's come back onto the track as well in a very safe manner. Good to see, but big drama going on. Dirty Air Joyful going to go side by side with Reuter Boy. Then we're having some action pack going on here at Mexico as Sebi has decided to call it, and he's the second driver out. They're now dropping out very closely, but look behind. They're all battling in the slow areas of the Mexico track in Sector 2. Shifty Wizard, does he have damage to that car? We'll have to wait and see. They're coming through to the S's again. F7, how's it going to go this time?
There was definitely some chaos in that slow section, but it looks like everyone's able to keep it on track. No one's just barreling off track or having a massive moment, and there looked like there was definitely some contact in that tight section, but I'm not sure if anyone has any damage yet. But definitely some close racing.
Yeah, definitely is. And actually makes a bad mistake, and Ruby Combine, he really does hit the curb there, and that could have been very, very unfortunate there. But he is really pushing on, is doing as much as he can. He's probably the driver to watch out for at the moment, but he is held up by this traffic, which is not helping him. And as you can see, these guys on very old tyres. He just needs to just try and get through the back as quick as he can. But yeah, that would definitely have been noted there by the onboard steward from lap 17. Bit of drama going on there. Spry getting a pen of 3 seconds. Let's look at the penalties. F7, let us know what the penalty is looking at like at the moment.
We have Oblivion with 3 seconds, Joyful with 3 seconds, Burrito Man with 3 seconds, Watanabe and Tudor both with 3 seconds, and then we have Broadster and Spry on 6 seconds, Reuter Boy on 9 seconds, and Sprinter Giggles in P16 on 12 seconds of penalties. So, and
another one.
now 15 seconds of penalties, so he's definitely struggling keeping it on track. Might be because of the dirty air, might be because of other reasons, but he won't want to see that 15-second penalty.
No, he definitely won't. And we're going to go back up to the front and see what's going on here. We've got a nice little three-way battle going on between Grizz, Wicked and Oblivion, as Wicked Moist does get the move done into P1. And I'll tell you something, this race has been fantastic. It's had so much drama, and it's still it's still a long way to go. Still, we're not even halfway through yet. As Oblivion looking ready to make the move on Grizz. 12 laps. These guys very, very similar on strategy. The only difference is Oblivion has that penalty. But we can see these penalties being removed as Mexico has done that quite a lot. We're seeing moves going on here as Joyful and Lockheed going in it. And they're having a great job. Alpine P6 and P12, McLaren P5 and P1. Two teams having a great night so far, and yeah, we're seeing a lot of battles going on. Let's watch what's going to happen for the S's again, and yeah, I don't think these guys are going to be able to go to the end. Grizz joins the penalty crew and gets a penalty. Ooh. So he joins with Oblivion, and Wicked Moist will be licking his lips now. He has a 3-second gap to the rest. We've got drama at the back as it looks like Tudor's gone round with Sprinter Giggles. No, sorry, Tudor has made contact, or someone's made contact, and there we go. Sprinter Giggles has gone off, and he's been taken by the S's as well. As you can see, those tyres are green. Let's look at Tudor. Has he got damage to that car? Let's have a look at that car. I'm just trying to see.
I think he's missing an end plate on the left.
I'm trying to see. I'm not seeing.
Yeah, he is.
He is. There you go. He is. So maybe a bit of a contact there between Tudor and Sprinter Giggles. Back up to the front again. Sorry, we're going through them very, very quickly. I will just jump on with gap to leader. There you go. Ooh, look at this! 3 wide! 3 wide into sector 2! Oh no! He's coming to oh, that would have been interesting there! And he's hit Burrito Man. Shifty really trying to cut in there. That would have been very interesting. And we've got drama here for the Mercedes and the Williams driver. That will definitely be on board as well. There is drama going on as Burrito looks to make a move, but he can't. And he's got damage. He's hurting his teammate now. His teammate's behind. Reuter Boy getting a 3-second time penalty. It's all going on here. And Burrito needs to get out of the way and let Dino through because he's hurting his race. He needs to get the move done. As Burrito looks to go for a move on Shifty Wizard with the damage win. And they're going side by side. And we've got Dino that's lost it at the back down into P15. Shifty and Burrito, man, everyone is trying to get through. Are we going to see these two come into the pits right behind Zenitsu? A lot of drama. Grizz, another pin. He's on 3.
Oh, there's a Ferrari around.
And Sprinter's out.
Oh.
It's all gone on, and there we go. Safety car, 10 seconds for a speed. Oh my days. What did we just see on the last couple of laps there? Absolute carnage going through the stadium section. And, well, there we go. That is going to change this race dynamics up massively there. And I'm going to talk to you about that. Whose fault was that? Do you think Shifty came in a little bit too tight and there wasn't the gap there between the Williams and the Merc?
I definitely think it's a misjudgment, and he definitely didn't intend it, but I'm not sure if it's exactly his fault or if kind of everyone was involved in that one there. But it was definitely some questionable moments during the S's there. Shifty just kept his foot in and was just not Shifty, sorry. Burrito Man kept his foot in and was holding everyone up behind him, and it looked like he had a considerable amount of damage to that front left of that wing.
Well, here we go. We're seeing Wicked come in, we're seeing Oblivion come in, we're seeing Grizz come in, we're seeing the top 3 all coming in. Look at those penalties. We're on 3 for Oblivion, 6 for Grizz. He will not be happy with that. He has been with them for so long and leading this race. We've got Lockie in a massive opportunity now as well. We've got 12 seconds for Royderboy, so he's not having the best of nights with pins. Zenitsu now joins the crew with a 3 second as well. Broadstar's got 6, Wonton's got 3, Joyful's got 3, 6 for Spry, 10 for Shifty, 13 for Burrito, 3 for Two-Door, and that is it for pens. But, well, back into over intervals. What are we going to see here? What does this race do now? We've seen 21 laps, and I'll tell you something, 21 laps has been... it's been a lot of action here, but this is going to be spicy. This is juicy now. This is... I don't know what's going to happen. It's changed the dynamics of strategy for most of these guys. Yeah, massive. We're just listening to people in the comments. They're saying it's on Burrito, so going to be interesting to see if the 2 drivers do report that incident, or it was caught by onboards. I think the onboard was quite busy there because there was a lot to report there, because a lot's going on. But we've got a safety car now, and that changes the dynamics up massively, doesn't it?
This is definitely going to help everyone because they all get a free pit stop now. Don't have to worry about getting caught up in traffic or anything. So I feel like Wicked Moist is in with the best chance there is now, and same with Squash Josh, as he doesn't have a penalty and the guys behind him do, and they've kind of shot themselves in the foot. They've got a penalty and it's just gonna drop them like a stone if they're not careful.
Yeah, we saw probably earlier on in Division 4, in Division 1, that they said it was a bit of a boring race with following with the DRS and that, but this race has been so much, it's been a lot of drama, a lot of overtakes, spicing the strategy up as well, which is even better to see, and it looks like we're going to see a lot more as well, especially now. Question is, do you believe, I could put a prediction out here, do you believe that every driver is going to get a penalty? I'll put that out a prediction. How about that? I'll put that out for a prediction. Why not? Will every driver get a pen? There we go. Yes. No. And we'll give it 5 minutes. There we go. There we go. Predictions in, guys. Will every driver get a pen? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left to not get a pen. So will we see every driver get a pen? Yeah, yeah, this race has spiced things up as well because Oblivion's got 3, Grizz's got 6, Squash Josh now struggled for a little bit of pace. massive opportunity of even winning this race and getting some big points for Red Bull, which has been a difficult week. Obviously last week and obviously to the start with obviously Limitless out, and we know how good these two are together when they drive. So Josh is going to have to score maximum points here for Red Bull.
Yeah, and he's in a good position for it. He's got no penalties. He's in P4. Grizz has got 6. Oblivion's got 3. If he can just stay behind those two, that's a P2. Maybe even a P3 if Wiggins doesn't keep it on track.
Well, that's coming late, very late safety car restart there, and that's coming quite late, and everyone does get to the back of it, and we're just waiting for Wiggins to go. And he's got it all wrong!
No.
Oh my days! What have we seen there? That is probably one of the worst safety car restarts we've seen. He's got it all wrong, and that means Oblivion is going to take the lead. There's 3 wide. Josh is in the chance of here as well. What are we going to see going into turn 1? Can Wicked try and bring it back? No, he doesn't. Oblivion takes the lead, then Wicked into P2, Grizz into P3. Squash Josh is trying to pull through. He can't get through there. Joyful's in the move as well to get a move done. We got Grizz and Squash Josh, but what did we see? No, Squash Josh and Grizz going side by side into turn number 2, or turn number 3, turn number 4 there. And what drama we saw there. I've never seen a safety car restart like that. But Oblivion's gone. He's 9.5 tenths out in front. But what we got drama at the back as well, F7. What's going on in the midfield pack?
Everyone's bunched up and everyone's side by side, it felt like, through that tight zone. There was definitely some contact, but now we're into the S's. Is anybody going to make a mistake? Is anybody going to have a bit of a spin? I think it's all clean. But if we take our attention to the front, Oblivion's already 1.5 seconds ahead of Wicked. What has happened there? It was definitely an interesting safety car restart.
Yeah, we've got Tudor and the Williams going at it as well. Burrito getting a 3 second as well there at the back. Into 6 now, Tudor and Burrito going at it. Burrito, even though he's getting these pins, he's really going for this race, trying to show what he's capable of. Penalties is not going to help him. The incident with the Mercedes. Tudor's moving over to the right-hand side now, going for a move at the back. Remember, there's no points at the moment. It will only be Burrito, or it will be Tudor that will get it. Maybe Dido, because there's only 17 drivers left, and there's points to 15 at the moment. Who's on board? Keeper is on board. He has got it all under control. There is so much going on this race at the moment. We've got yellows in sector 2 and 3. Wow, so much is going on there. Wicked Noise with probably one of the worst safety car restarts. He will not want to remember that in a heartbeat there. Let's look how these guys going for the S's. But there's a big gap now that we're seeing between, Wicked, Squash Josh and Oblivion since that mistake on the safety car restart.
Yeah, it was definitely a heart in the mouth moment there for Wicked. It looks like he just tried to get on the power up too early, put the overtake on, tried to get away, and the rear just stepped out and didn't want to cooperate, and boom, he was off the track. Had quite the I think it was Leclerc a few years ago, where he had an incident just like that. He slid through the final corner and was able to keep it out of the wall.
Yeah, there does. I'm just reading the comments. A little bit of drama going on there. It's saying about the overtake off the before the safety car restart going in, but I think Wicked left the track, so I would say that is not going to get looked at. I would say, but may get looked at. We'll have to wait and see what the stewards say. But yeah, the onboards has been very busy, and I reckon the steward report's going to be very busy as well.
We're 3 wide.
Ooh, more drama, and this is on between the Hasses now, and the Aston and the Alpine, and Ruby Concubine had a great race so far, but now is probably going to be very annoyed of how things are, because he's down in P12, his teammates in P5 with the penalty, and he has no penalties at the moment, and he definitely had the pace to get back up to the front at the moment, but now he's in a full load of traffic, and he does look the quicker car as well, so we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. We're going to go back up to the front as this race has had so much going on tonight. We've only got one driver at the moment on the mediums, and 10 laps to go currently in this race, F7.
Yeah, what the boy? I think he's going to have to pit, because I don't think he can take those tyres for 15 or 14 laps. they're gonna be gone. So I don't know if he maybe chose the wrong tire compounds or if he doesn't have another set of hards, but that may be what caused him to lose that.
Joyful gets in a pen, and then Roy the Boy gets a pen after him. So that's going to help hurt them at the moment. Let's look at pens again. Pens really starting to add up here. 666 for Joyful, and Roy the Boy up to 15. He is looking to go to the back of the pack, which is probably not what you want. But pens are really definitely coming in here. Wicked can win this. Yes, he can win this. He needs to stay with him, though, Reigns. That's the question. And Squash Josh, yeah, massive opportunity for driver of the day, which we'll be looking at on lap 30 very, very soon. But Oblivion doing the best he can. He's got 3 seconds at the moment. He's got a 2-second gap. This is looking quite stretched at the moment, isn't it, at the front between Oblivion, Wicked and Squash Josh. They need to be able to try and stay with them because they have no pins and they are all on the same tyres. So this is about ERS, DRS management and trying, just basically managing your tyres and how much pace you can be, because 1.9 seconds, he's still not away from that 3 seconds at the moment. So Wicked and Squash Josh in a great position at the moment, F7.
Yes. I think that there may be some tyre management or just trying to keep it on the track from Wicked and Squash Josh, because the gap is 2 seconds and it's kind of staying around that gap. So maybe just trying to conserve it a bit and not get the penalty and not make the mistakes, because that's all they need to do right now is keep it on track, and they're in with quite the chance.
Would you work with Wicked in this instance? Would you work with Wicked to try and catch Oblivion?
Yes, I feel if Squash Josh is able to get within the DRS and get grids out of his, they can just swap DRS maybe, and they will catch up to Oblivion.
Okay, alright, well there you go. Let's have a look. Boltzaroo is saying, come on everyone, get a pen. There's Dido gets a pen. You spoke too soon, Boltzaroo. That's another driver. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers left to get a pen. And that's Tudor getting a pen now. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, still 5 drivers still to get pens. And we're on lap 29 out of 36. 40 people tuning in tonight. And let's get those viewers up. We've got more drama going on at the midfield pack of Zenitsu and Watanabe still going on. Please don't. I've got 15k on it not happening. Keeper obviously was putting his money on the old channel points tonight. Wicked Moist has got to be careful here. He's losing time to Oblivion. 2.3 now. He needs to try and stay in that 2.3 gap, but he is increasing, so he needs to be careful. Look, 2.5 now, so Oblivion seems to have the pace here, and he's going to get away with this 3 seconds, which will be a massive drive for him, as we saw earlier on what was going on with the pens. And there you go, there's more penalties for you. Interesting at the moment, but Ferrari need this, don't they? They need this win to keep on top of the overalls.
Yeah, but I just went on board with Oblivion, and I think his tyres are starting to grain. I don't know if that's just me, or if his rears are starting to die. Maybe that's why he's pulling away. He's just burning out those tyres much too fast.
We'll have to wait and see, because Grez is ready to pounce on Squash Josh, 2.5 tenths behind him, and he has got that penalty at the moment with Joyful behind, as Joyful and Roy the Boy going at it there. Roy the Boy does have that big penalty, but he's still going to be pushing and he's still going to go for it, and he has every right to. You know, there could be 10 seconds of that could get removed. We just do not know. 6 laps remaining of this race. Right. Driver of the day. What's your thoughts? Who are you giving it to?
Oblivion. If we look at the positions moved, he's up 9 and is currently leading the race. So that is a big gain from him, and especially if he's able to bring the gap out to 3 seconds, and that he's got a win from P10.
Yep. Okay. That's a good vote. That's a good vote. He's 2.5 seconds at the moment. Has that 3-second gap at the moment. Wicked Moist will win this race as it stands with 5 laps remaining. Just trying to work out myself. Shifty Wizard getting a penalty there, going into another 3. That makes him now at 16 seconds of pens, and I'm sure one of those 10 seconds will get removed, as we'll have to wait and see. There is Royderboy is now got past Joyful. Who do I give driver of the day to? Interesting. Let's have a look. We've got yellows flashing in sector 2 and 3. I'm going to keep it on that for the time being. Toodle trying to get past the 2 Williams, and 2 Williams down in P15. Dito damage, and looks like Burrito have got damage, and they're trying to keep the back of the pack. We'll have to wait and see there.
Squash Josh gets a pen.
Gets a pen. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. 15 positions gained. Oh, this is tough. I tell you, I do not know who to give it to. I really don't know who to give it to. He
has 15 positions gained, but he has 15 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, he's going to go way down the pack. All right, let's have a look. All right, 4 more. Yes, Boltsaru, you are loving this at the moment. Right, driver of the day. I am going to... Who do I give driver of the day to? All right, we've got Oblivion. Burrito Man getting a 3-second time penalty. Sector 2 and 3. I am going to... Lockie, he's going to move up a few spots. Grizz has got a pen! Oh no!
Another
one! I thought that was another driver that didn't have a pen. Oh god, we've got drama going on here. I'm going to give it to... I still don't know who to give it to at the moment. This is tough. This is real tough. I'm going to give it to Wiggett.
Oh,
we got drama going on. What's going on? What's happening at the back? Absolute drama here. Scenes at the back. Zenitsu's now dropped down to P17 into Watanabe. There's so much going on. I'm still trying to work out who driver of the day. I'm going to give it to Wiggett. I think Wiggett's done a fantastic job tonight, so I'm going to give it to him. And we've got 5 minutes remaining, so there we go. There is driver of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and there are the votes. So I'm going to give it to Wiggett. There's my vote. Get your votes in, and there you go. Right, we have got 4 laps remaining of this race. Oblivion is at the moment out in front, 3.7 seconds. Royderboy getting another penalty at the moment. Broadstar joining into that and getting another penalty as well. The penalties are flying at the moment in Mexico. Oblivion has cleaned it at the moment, 3.6 to Wicked Moist. He needs to bring in 6.5 tenths. He's bringing it in though. He's now 4.5 tenths. I want to give it to Oblivion, but Wicked has a clean race. Well, you vote who you think, mate, because that's what it's all about with driver of the day. Royderboy still getting involved in this battle with Joyful, even though he has 18 seconds of penalties tonight. Lockie just cannot get through, and it's just hurting his race. We'll have to wait and see how we go there. Joyful still trying to hold on. Enders gets off the track, loses a position to Lockie now. Lockie is now into P6, and he needs to get through. He has had a great race tonight. It was either him or Wicked. And one of those guys is going to get it. Ricardo now is moving up into there. Joyful is dropping down into P8 now. And we've got tyre situation. What's the tyres? These tyres are going to start to hurt now. We have to wait and see what's going to happen. But there's so much going on at the moment in this race. 3 laps to go, F7. It's all going on in the midfield pack again.
There's definitely been some carnage. And there's more collisions into the stadium section. That was a dive! Shifty was sent it down the inside of his teammate Broadster into the stadium section. Broadster has to cut the corner there. But a lot is happening down the back here. Seems that everyone's just scrambling for positions, as it seems that most of them all have penalties.
Yeah, it is. Royderboy is on those 12-lap mediums at the moment. He's doing a fantastic job. And we'll have to wait and see what happens with the rest of these guys. But they are doing a fantastic job. We've got Wicked Moist. He is now 4 seconds behind Oblivion. So he's lost way. Needs to bring in 1 second. I don't think he's going to do it. I think Oblivion is going to be able to pull on. This is a great night for Oblivion as well, but due to obviously jumping up into Division 2. Last week didn't have the best of races. This week has had a fantastic race in Mexico. It hasn't been easy though. It has not been easy at all, and anything can still happen in this race. 34 laps out of 36. Oblivion still leading 4.2 seconds now. He's putting in that gap a little bit more. Squash Josh, massive opportunity to try and clear as many of the guys as he can, but Lockie is 9 seconds away. Some of these gaps are absolutely outrageous. You would never have thought of seeing some of these gaps, F7, of how this race started. And Joyful is moving further and further down the field there as Reuterboy is getting involved again, and he is on old tyres and he's getting into the mix of it. We've got Broadstar getting involved now. He is ready to pounce. He gets in front of Joyful, and Reuterboy is really hurting on those mediums. And here we go. Broadstar is going to engage and move.
3 wide,
Joyful
possibly.
is going on the right-hand side.
3 wide.
Oh, Reuterboy's moved over there. Oh, Broadstar then gets back over.
Oh.
Reuterboy hits the side of the Alpine driver there. A little bit of wheel banging. Not that bad as long as there's no damage. Broadstar is going to get involved in this. Oh, there's drama going on there. Someone's gone off. Joyful's lost his front plate. Drama here, lap 35 on board Stewart. Get that in. And we've still got moves going on here. Burrito Man, everyone is now getting involved in this. And this is coming to the closing stages. Positions still up for grabs here. But Reuterboy has really got involved with quite a few of these guys. And he is falling down the pecking order on those mediums. They're really hurting. The Alpine gets in front. Ruby's Concubine now up in the P10. Where is he being from the second stage of this race? Drama here! We've got drama. What's going on? The house is going extremely slow. Reuterboy has had to slow right down, get right to the back of the grid. Oh, scenes here at Mexico on literally the one last lap before the last lap. Absolute scenes. And it's still not over, is it?
No, it's all to play for down the back because most of them all have penalties. There has been a lot happening down there, though.
Oh, absolute cinema. Yeah, it is. It's keeping us on our toes. Absolute scenes here at Mexico. This was like this last season in Division 2. I think for the final winner. Between, I think it was MJ and Bevs and the Mercedes. They all came together, and the McLarens. Oh, someone's lost their front wing there. Reuterboy. Oh, this scene! Joyful's car is upside down. Absolute stains in Mexico.
Oh,
what a crash! What has happened there?
What has happened?
Stains. Oh my God. F7, take it away on the last lap, please. Over to you.
Oh, and Oblivion is gonna round the final turn. It's and Reuterboy's out as well. What has happened? But Oblivion takes the win, and Wicked, unable to keep it close, gets P2. Squash Josh P3 for now. I think he'll keep that P3. Grizz P4. Lockie were able to keep P5. Lockie P5.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
was a P7. 2P. Oh, there's a lot happening because of all the penalties down here. Ruby's jumps up to P7. That was a lot on that final lap.
It was indeed, and I'm just getting these guys in. As looks like we've got R3 in there. Wow, what a race. Scenes here at Mexico. And just wait for that to come through. So there you go, Oblivion. Look at that. Absolute, nearly full house there for Oblivion. What a night he had. Race winner, fastest lap, driver of the day, most overtakes from Wicked Moist with cleanest driver. There's going to be a busy stewards night, I think, there tonight for the Mexico Grand Prix. Oblivion taking out the win. Wicked Moist taking P2. Squash Josh P3. What a drive there from those three. Grizz P4. Then Lockie. Then Ricardo. Then Ruby's Concubine. Dido up to P8 from where he was before, and that's a great result for him, for the Williams there. Broadstar P9, then Watanabe, Spry, Zenitsu, Tudor, Burrito, Shifty, Reuterboy, I think was out, Joyful out, Sprinter Giggles and Sebi Limitless all out of this race. Obviously fastest lap does go to Oblivion as well. So full house tonight. What a night for them. I cannot wait to hear some of these interviews. What we're going to hear.
Wow, that was a very, very eventful ending there.
Very, very indeed. And right, that was. We're going to wait for these guys to jump into the comms box when we get them in. But while we do wait for them on that, F7, second night in the comms, mate. And what a night that was for you. How did you find the summary of the race?
It was an all-round incredible race. We were having battles up the front for a majority of that race to the final safety car, but if you wanted chaos, you could count on that mid-pack. There was collisions after collisions. It was insane.
Yeah, definitely was indeed. We're just waiting on Oblivion and Wicked Moist to jump into the comms box as well. And yeah, I have a big smile on my face because that was just a stupendous race. Little Bears Adja, mate. Thank you very much. With the pens from Josh be removed. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens with the onboards. All the steward reports. We're just waiting on the other guys to come in. If you guys really enjoyed that tonight, I don't know. Did everyone get a penalty at the end there? I'm just trying to work it out.
No, I think Wiggard didn't get a penalty, and there was a few others.
Okay, no, they didn't. Will every driver get a pen? No. There we go. Right, we'll just wait for the other guys to come in, and I will be back in a second.
Squash Josh.
Oh.
What fucking wing angle were you running? Holy shit. That was terrifying.
11-6.
11-6. Wow. Yeah, you were scaring the fuck out of me. Pulling like 8 straight. I was shitting it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you were flying, dude.
Yeah, I was pushing hard.
Yeah. Yeah, you were so much faster than me in that final.
Yeah, I was on fire. I was locked in. Hey.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. Okay, let's get these guys in. We're just waiting for Oblivion to hurry up. Hopefully, it doesn't take that long. All right, F7. I'll let you take it away with the Red Bull driver of Squash Josh. Over to you, my friend.
Great race tonight, Squash Josh. You got that penalty late race, and it was 6 seconds. What happened there? I thought you only got one penalty.
So I actually can get both of them removed. Leading into that, I was on one track limit warning, and I just ran wide just a touch. Got an instant warning and a pen, and then another 3 warnings and a pen straight away, and I would literally nothing to 6 in one go. So, yeah, we'll be looking to get both of those removed, hopefully.
That's very unlucky, but it was a great race from you tonight. What was your strategy coming in? Were you gonna 2-stop it all the way? Were you gonna try and 1-stop? Did any of the chaos affect anything?
Yeah, absolutely. The 2-stop was always the way. I didn't look at what tyres everyone was on, but I presume most people would have started on the mediums. But Mexico is well known for track temperatures or tyre temperatures on the track. And so those mediums, as you can see, they just drop off after 6-7 laps. And so the undercut onto the hards is worth 5 or 6 seconds to anyone going long. And then that last safety car just meant that I didn't have to box into traffic. So it really solidified a good result, and then had an absolutely fantastic battle with Grizz through the S's. I think I got him on the outside. I need to go back and watch it, but got through and was just lucky enough to drive away a little bit.
Mm. Um, do, I think that's all my questions, actually. I'll hand it over to you, SJ.
Good evening, Squash Josh. Obviously, it was a tough week last week for Red Bull. Quite a lot of drivers, unfortunately, not scoring points. And obviously, you needed this week to be a good start. And what a race! I don't think Div One said last night you were in that race as well last night. That was quite boring, but completely the opposite tonight for Div Two. There was battles at the front, in the midfield, at the back, everywhere. And we've probably seen one of the most spectacular crashes we've seen, with one of the Alpines absolutely smash into the wall and do like 3 somersaults. So give us your point of view on that race from start to finish.
Entirely different to that one race last night. So first of all, complete opposite weather, which is a bit of a shame because I do love the wet. So it was just an entirely different race. Got on, did some laps earlier today just to sort of warm up in the dry, just as precaution. But I knew this. I was fairly certain with my strategy coming into this. I wasn't too stressed about that, and GG's big shout out to my teammate Limitless gave me a tow on that final quali lap and gained me 2/10 on that pit straight, which for whatever reason I was just struggling in qualifying tonight. So put at P4, and then it was just a matter of trying to stay out of trouble, not lose any positions on the first lap, and I know that track limits is a big thing around here, so I was very intentionally keeping it clean. So you can imagine the surprise when I got a double warning in one go, or a double pen in one go, I should say. So great race, lots of action, and GG's to Oblivion and Wig, who were just that little bit too quick for me tonight.
So all in all, good choice for the wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. So that little bit of RNG went well tonight, and the good thing is I close in on Shifty, who's currently leading our championship a little bit tonight. So
didn't have the best of nights, unfortunately, tonight, which is everyone's human. We've said this about Campbell. We've said this about other people. Everyone is human.
I mean, Campbell's more robot than human, but yes.
No, he does. He's not the next Terminator. No, a great night. Honestly, it did seem that at the start of it, before the safety car, you did fall off into that P3, and it looked like you were going to cement that P3 position with after the safety car, because you think you dropped back about 3 seconds in the end. So, was it difficult to keep up with Grizz and Wicked and early on?
Yeah, I think running that slightly lower downforce than these guys, they were just able to pull that gap on me into the third sector, and I think that's where I was struggling. But as we alluded to earlier, I was gaining 8/10 on him on the straight alone. So it just depends what you're comfortable with through that third sector, and if you can keep your sort of minimum speed up. And then those last 2 laps, I was lucky enough to be in his DRS and really pushing hard to just try and get that overtake, as you might have said, into the end of that second DRS zone. It was big lock up, trying not to take each other out. Just snuck through. So fantastic race all around. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Good, glad you enjoyed it. Baku next week. The history that it has with Rush, and last season. Was actually a good race. How are you feeling for that one? You feeling confident?
Look, Baku and I aren't the best of friends. Let's put it that way. So there'll be a fair bit of practice that goes in this week, and we'll see how we go. But just aiming for that sort of top 5 result every week, and hopefully consistency over the season wins out.
No, great job, and well done on another podium. Absolutely flying this season, Josh. You must be happy with your performances.
Oh, look, I'd be happier if they were firsts, but I think this is my second or third place. So, look, absolutely not complaining.
Top job, mate. Well done. All right.
Thank you.
We will go over to our next one. I'll take this one away because he is your teammate, and then I'll let you take it after me. Wicked. Is there something in the air at the moment? Because like McLaren on fire at the moment. Division 1, looking likely to win it. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Division 4, you've got the man on my left tonight taking the win. And you on the podium again. And it was a very strong performance from both of you, your teammate Lockie as well. So, Wicked, what's going on? Is there something in the water of Mexico or something?
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone seems to just be putting it together around this track. We're only halfway through all the divisions, so hopefully the rest of the boys can keep the streak going, because it's pretty cool to see so far. Hey.
Well, in the last few weeks, we've seen 4 different overalls leaders. We're now going into a 5th week. Obviously, Team of the Week will be announced tomorrow. It's been a bit delayed at the moment. And obviously, overalls Friday. McLaren led it at the beginning and now have dropped back a bit. Is this been a bit of a kick up the backside from the TP to say, we know that we've got it in us, we know that we can compete in all divisions, let's go out there and just score points? Is that the talk at the moment? Or are these just tracks, just your favourite ones coming up and that you feel that you can score maximum points?
I think Jackal's been pretty consistent, I think, in the message she's said to everyone, just kind of emphasising to each of us to just, I don't know, back our abilities and stuff. We know we're all pretty okay at the game relative to the divisions we're in. So as long as we put things together and have relatively clean weekends, I feel like that's been a bit of a problem for a lot of the boys, including myself. Just not having silly little things get in the way, and just letting our actual abilities get us where we want to go.
Well, top job. And you obviously had some extreme pace out there tonight. Unfortunately, just couldn't catch Oblivion and get that 3 seconds.
Yeah, he just obviously had that mega moment off the safety car. But considering the gap he pulled afterwards, more than deserved to win by the margin he did. You know, I was hanging in there for just a little bit, but then he put the foot down and ran away with it. So well done to him.
Well, top job, mate. And I'll pass you over to MCL.
Incredible performance tonight. Did you feel that you were gonna perform as well today, or before quali? Were you thinking I could be in with a shot today, or were you like, I might struggle?
It was a bit weird. I felt like my pace was pretty good. But just the laps felt a little bit janky. I don't know if that's was a me thing or just the nature of the track, but I felt pretty confident in the times I was putting up. So yeah, I don't know. I felt pretty good. I felt like a podium was kind of at a minimum of what I was expecting today. So I'm really, really chuffed to have pulled through with one.
What was your original strategy coming into this race? Were you thinking 2-stop was the way to go, try and push for a 1-stop, or were you just kind of going to wing it and see what happened?
No, definite 2-stop. The 1-stop seemed crazy to go for. Obviously, you have the chance of a safety car coming out and helping you, but it felt like such a massive risk to take, considering the time loss on those old tires. I thought I was aiming for around maybe laps 8 to 10 to box, but then Grizz went in on lap 6. And so that, I think a bunch of people, including myself, maybe like 7 cars or something, boxed on the lap afterwards. So a bit of a plan to box that early, sort of, but also just taking cues from the cars that I was racing around me, I guess.
Well done. That's all I've got.
Thanks, mate.
Yes, top job, Wicked. And look forward to seeing what you can do next week in Baku.
Thanks, mate.
Which won't be easy. All right, we'll go over to our winner. And I think he's probably surprised maybe that he has won this. Oblivion, what a night, mate. You last week didn't have the best of weeks, we'll say that. You have done your debut in Division 2 now. And you 4 different winners. How was that for you tonight?
Yeah, last week was a bit tricky. I think Nerves got the better of me. There was a bit of an incident that did affect my race, but I'm not going to speak on that. That's been sorted out. So, but yeah, pretty happy with how it went tonight. Put the practice in all week, and it showed. I'm really happy with that one. It's probably one of my better drives.
I found a lot actually this week. A lot of teams have put a lot of practice into Mexico. I don't know if it's because it was quite late. We tried to get everything sorted as soon as possible with the cancellation of Miami. But I know a lot of teams have put a lot of practice. Do you believe that has benefited you tonight? You did have that 3 second. Wicked was staying around that 2.5 mark, and then you just managed to gap it, pushed into the 3.5, and then to the 4, and then all of a sudden, you're out. You're in the clear.
Yeah, I think it goes for anyone on any track. The more you practice, the better you're going to get. So, yeah, I obviously struggled last week. I thought I was reasonably quick for once at Singapore, but got unlucky. But yeah, it somehow worked my way because I got unlucky in qualifying again tonight with that incident with the Haas. Just parked on the line and unfortunately had nowhere to go, so cocked a 5th place. But yeah, I just got into a rhythm, and just, I mean, everyone was quick. Grizz, Wicked, and Squash Josh. I had a really good battle with Squash Josh, so that was really good racing. But yeah, as you said, like, the practice can pay off if you learn to put it in.
Situation on that Haas, is that the situation where the Haas was reversing into the pit lane?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it back. So, yeah, Campbell was out of the room. He's my engineer, as most people know.
Yep.
And he wasn't sure.
Okay.
So yeah, I believe I thought he was around the wrong way. So I'm not sure if he spun or he must have spun because I don't know why he'd be going backwards.
Yeah, it was interesting to see what we saw tonight, and obviously a lot of stuff happening from behind. Do you believe that you've got the pace to be competitive and fight for a championship in here? With obviously the talent that's in here, because this is probably our best division this season, and most competitive along the lines of Division 4. How do you feel going into the next track with that motivation and that win behind you? Do you feel that you can be a championship contender in Division 2?
I hope so. I mean, it gives me more confidence after tonight. I was a bit worried after Singapore, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I'd like to battle these guys. They're all clean. I mean, there's a few clips going in the chat that wasn't so clean. I've just sent an Alpine on its head, so I'm not sure why that happened. But yeah, I'd like to battle these guys and hopefully can keep the pace up at every track because they're all good and fair and clean. So yeah, it'd be nice. It really would.
Well, it's good to hear. We know you've been quite vocal. You were very vocal in one of the races in Division 3. So it's good to see that you're enjoying it, and obviously you know where you belong. And yeah, look forward to seeing what you can do in Baku, and I'll pass you over to F7.
Great race tonight. I think you were driver of the day as well. Well done on that.
Nope. He missed out just.
Oh damn. But I'm guessing, like everyone else, strategy coming into tonight was the 2-stop, and was it at all affected by Grizz's very early pit stop?
No. It was always going to be a 2-stop. The tyre wear on the mediums was dead, like on lap 6. It was a struggle. I mean, people were spinning through the middle sector, and it shows with the dirty air and the tyre wear that it's pretty much inevitable. So, yeah, it was always going to be a 2-stop, no matter what the leaders did. I had a plan. Campbell said, definitely 2-stop, and out of his experience, and yeah, it showed to pay off.
You got that 3-second penalty. In that last stint, were you worried at all about maybe losing your win because of it, or were you just trying not to focus on it and trying to move ahead?
I was worried. I was pushing. I was one warning away from a 6-second penalty, so I was pushing to make sure I had a good chance of keeping the win. Because as I said before, the guys behind Wicked, Squash, and Grizz, they were all quick. Like they had good pace. So, yeah, I was pushing.
Well done.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, Oblivion, mate, great job, and look forward to seeing what we can do next week. And he's the fourth winner of Division 2 as well, which is looking to be quite competitive. We have lost a driver, which was breaking news today, which was a bit unfortunate. So hopefully we'll see what happens next week. But F7, what a night that was for Division 2.
Yes, very eventful, very competitive as well at the front. It was quite fun to commentate on.
I'm glad to have you in, and you've enjoyed it tonight. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good to hear. If you didn't know, Driver of the Day did go to Wicked Moist in the end. He got that just over Oblivion. Very, very close there. But thank you very much for everyone tuning in. As always, big up to all of our sponsors as well. AI369, Paganium, SimLab, and also our new affiliate this season is RC. Feel free if you need a setup next week for Baku, or if you're still thinking that you need a setup for Mexico. Obviously, there is 3 races still to go. Division 5 kicking off tomorrow night. Then Division 6 on Tuesday. And Division 3, the last one of the week, on Wednesday. So still plenty more racing. And then you've got the reserve program. Again, if you want to fancy it and you feel that you need a bit of redemption, I'm sure Joyful will definitely need redemption after his incident tonight, which has been unfortunate. But these things do happen in F1, and they do happen in sim racing. It's how we deal with it and how we then go into the next race with the mentality. But big up to everyone tonight. A few big shout outs to some followers that did jump in. So we've got Gonzalo465, thank you very much. Just Nate J, thank you very much. Chris12898K, thank you very much. Rhiannon, thank you very much. Emma Dioff, thank you very much for the onboards as well. And like I said, I'll leave you a quote before I do. Great night and very, very eventful in Division 2. And looks like it's going to be a very interesting championship battle we've got on our hands. Another Ferrari getting 25 points maximum and an extra point. So 26 points maximum for them tonight. So thank you very much, F7, and look forward to seeing you back in the comms box next week. Wherever that will be, what division that will be, we'll have to wait and see. You'll be...
Go
on. Sorry?
No, you go.
No, you go.
It was very fun tonight. I really enjoyed it. I would love to be back in here again because I just figured out that I can do this time set.
Ooh. Could be a competition between you and Jatuzi at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see how we go. I'm sure Keeper's been very busy as well in the onboards. But no, I appreciate you, mate, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm glad you have, and look forward to seeing when we see you next time. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. Tomorrow night, you will be joined by Myrocat, Dido and Myrocat for Division 5. You'll see me on the grid tomorrow night, and we'll have to wait and see how that's going to go. But before we go, 4 different people. Who is going to be the 5th? Or are we going to start to see people start to really run away with it in Division 2? We'll find out in Baku. And I'll tell you something, it's not going to be easy there. Take care. Good night.